on the YouTube channels. They're getting viewed.
Oh, nice.
So it's getting some traction. My overall traction is going down. I got to hurry up and get this ad campaign started, but then we will, and that'll be good when we get it started. See how that goes. And but we do have 744 subscribers, up from 600. And that's without any videos really asking for it, except these live sessions. Hey, please subscribe, like, and post, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what this is like. Oh, man. I got 749, 251 to go. So that's good news. And
I should subscribe.
What's that?
I should subscribe.
Say again?
I should subscribe.
You haven't subscribed? Oh my God, you're fired. No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to subscribe, so don't lose your subscriber.
Do what?
I'm about to subscribe. If you fire me, then
Yay, then I got 250 to go. And 2 people are watching me, right? 2 people, are you watching this? Are you at the channel now?
I'm not watching it.
Oh, somebody
It's
is.
someone else.
Awesome. So let's go here, and we're going to Lightning Knowledge Setup. There it is right there. Whoops. So we are going to be in Lightning. Let's see if this will work. Sometimes you got to go to Bitly. Ah, son of a Gucci. All right, so welcome everybody to our advanced admin trail guide session. We're guiding you through the trails. We're putting together a document for your use. So if you're watching this, put together a training resource, and I'm doing this for the live session, right? We're putting together a training resource where you can have all of our notes and all the learning objectives in a document that's not that pretty, and we have to go through some of it because we're learning as we go. And we're all the way through every day. Let's see. This. We're now getting into today. We did pass the workspaces. So now on today's session, we're going to do lightning knowledge. And knowledge is for the customer service, right? It's for customer service. So today is the 17th. Whoops. So I posted it wrong. It's the 17th, not the 19th. I have to go back and fix that title. But here we are in the lightning knowledge. And I've got to create a bit.ly link because create new link, long URL here. Okay, later, man. Stop getting in my way to make life easy. Whoops. These are just, hang on, what's this? New link. Oh, that's annoying. Later, man. Stop getting in my way. So copy the link. Oops. Save it. I'll put that in the live chat for anybody who's there, so you can play along with us. Wait a minute. Why am I hearing me? Why am I hearing me? I don't want to hear me. Okay, so there's my bit.ly. We're going to jump into lightning knowledge now, assuming you are already certified with Salesforce. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment. It creates a case. We'll chat. I think I got some settings wrong. My social media. I avoid all things social media, but YouTube now. Here we are. So lightning setup and customization. Again, we're working on it. So this is what I'm about to train you right now is how you should set up or what you're going to get in the page. So this lightning setup and configuration has all of these modules or these topics rather. It's all inside the module. I'm going to post that in the doc. incomplete. Am I incomplete? I don't feel incomplete. Taking this out. Whoops. And what I'm going to do is inside of each, I'm going to go grab what I'm grabbing. Again, it's a study guide. This is as much a study guide as it is a trail guide of the material. As an admin, you should be somewhat comfortable or at least understanding what knowledge articles are. So we're going to go a little deeper, right? Create a new kind of article. So it replaces solutions. You got to determine what to include in the new page layouts and check that knowledge is set up correctly, right? So this is good fundamental stuff. I'm going to highlight that. These are the learning objectives for each section. So I'm going to go first and foremost, I'm going to put together all of our learning objectives in this article. If you want to copy this article, go to superuseracademy.com/live QA call and make that your question. I want a copy of that article, Dominic, and I'll get it to you in whatever condition it's in. And if you want it to be a better condition, I'll let you fix it, right? And Chen will let you fix it. Oh, did you hear, by the way, one of our cohorts, Jenny B, got a new job offering. So I know there's a company hiring for an admin. So let's say set up the validation status. That's good to know. I didn't even look what the last one was. So creating, reset that. Oh. These are the, so there's a, right, remember you're creating knowledge articles. There's a living document that are designed to do one thing and one thing only. Keep your customer service people from remembering what to do, right? If you want to put them in the habit of going to knowledge articles and then providing feedback so those knowledge articles become more and more relevant over time. Set up the page layout, create a record type, use record type to assign a page layout to a profile, right? You know these things fundamentally. Enabling the validation status for articles. So how valid are articles? They have to go through a process. You can't just publish an article from one person. That's why you need at least 2 knowledge articles, knowledge article licenses with every org, right? So at least 2 sets of eyeballs can get on that knowledge article that you're creating. Set the validation status, configure article and field visibility. So remember, this is another layer of you define who sees what articles. And it doesn't mean just your internal people. It means external as well, because you can publish these externally, right? You can publish these externally. And those are our learning objectives. And again, remember the way I'm doing this study guide is I'm learning how to do it too. We're going to put down everything you need to know that Salesforce says is required in order to pass the test. It's probably a lot more than you need to know. But this is good, right? Adding knowledge to close knowledge to your console, closing cases with articles, adding the component to a record page, right? So your knowledge article component, enabling search settings for your knowledge base, that is your base of articles and how people find those articles, enabling other core knowledge settings, that is ratings, archiving, updates, those things, and then map your data categories to your cases so that automatically your cases will pull the right solution. So think of it like a restaurant. Somebody orders beef and broccoli, number 62, whatever menu you're on with beef and broccoli. I gave it a number, don't be racist. I'm just saying that's how some restaurants do it. Then what? What's the recipe for that? What's the standard operating procedure? Well, it comes up if you pick the right data, it'll trigger the right solutions. So that's your goal with knowledge articles, is to keep your service agents from remembering anything but going to get a clear understanding of what the customer wants and needs as their case, and then mapping that data that you've collected to bring the most relevant articles or recipes for a solution to that customer. And it's a cycle. It's part of the development life cycle of your good overall effective operation. So remember, everything we do here It's for the sake of your operational efficiency and effectiveness. All right, so I think I'm not complete with this, right? Is that what it looks like to you? Have I done this challenge?
I don't think you have.
I don't think I have. I don't think I have the badge. Yeah, I don't have little check marks, right?
No.
As we say in Louisiana, moi donc, seigneur, which means, oh my goodness.
Wow, you got a new one.
Hey, Jenny B, I was just bragging on you.
Hey,
Jenny B's got a new gig, right? I'll be right back.
I do. I have a new gig I start in a week. It's exciting. Next week, not next week, week after. I'm finishing up here this week. I'm gonna take a couple days to transition and yeah.
Well, good for you. And if anybody, so there's a vacancy at Jenny's old company, and I'm not telling you who it is unless Jenny says it. I don't want to tell them.
Nope.
So don't bug the people there. Oh, so this is why I have some gaps in my knowledge. So this would be great. I need a little bit of filler for my advanced admin cert. I had one of my fellow instructors today say, oh, immediately after you take your admin cert, your advanced admin cert, you should, here's what she said, you should take the platform app builder because they overlap a lot. Well, not enough for me to pass.
Right?
Right after platform app builder, teaching the admin class for Salesforce, I was a little bold in that regard. I didn't pass my advanced admin cert. So that's why I'm now studying. You hear me, folks? You have to study. You have to get understanding of all these components. You have to memorize everything forever just until you get certified. Okay. So just remember that. So we're going to set up a new kind of article. We're going to create a new kind of article using knowledge, determine what to include, and check that knowledge is set up correctly. So first and foremost, I'm going to go down to my challenge and I'm going to launch my Trailhead Playground. So make sure you do that before you get started. I've got 3 tabs open. I'll probably get a 4th tab in just a minute. Maybe not. I've got my notes. I've got my trail and I've got my org, and I'll have my front end and I'll have the setup menu in just a second. And remember, I'm creating this document. I'm learning how to create better documents. And I've created this document. We started one for the regular admin, essential admin, advanced admin. We're going to do it for Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Platform App Builder, all your training prep certs. We're going to create a document where you can start with an overview, and then for yourself, like remember, you could put in notes to this document when you would create a copy of it, whatever you found to be interesting on the trail itself. So now that I've launched my org, I could see what we're going to have to do. Let's talk a little bit about it. So, and again, remember, this is the recipes for resolution. Knowledge articles, you want to make sure every chance you get that you train and ingrain your customer service reps to memorize nothing, but to collect good data and find the right article that solves the problem. And it's a balance between those two forces, right? How well the case record itself is documented and how that documentation links to those knowledge articles, so that when someone verifies and collects the right description of the problem with the customer, they then should naturally just be able to find what to do, not remember. Why? Because Salesforce changes. Every 4 months, and your company may be changing every 2 weeks with a new sprint. So don't take it for granted that memory works, right? So it doesn't work. So this sets the context. Now, Maria and Ada are going to be working on FAQs, right? Frequently asked questions. Because remember, knowledge articles can go both publicly and privately. They can be shared all these different ways. So we want to add a different kind of knowledge base, that is procedures, the recipe, the steps they need to take so that they don't have to remember all this stuff. And what they remember may not be relevant, right? So you got to keep that always in the foreground with your users. It's what you preach and teach as you answer their other questions. Remind them of this. If they say, hey, can you do a report? So, let me just explain a little bit about knowledge articles, right? Here's how we find what to do and how to do it. Why do you need a report? Well, whatever that is, right? Create a knowledge article for it. And don't answer their questions. Answer them with which knowledge article did you find that didn't help you? And they go, I didn't look for a knowledge article. I just did it. Like, great. Well, after you're done looking for the knowledge article, let me know if it doesn't solve your problem. That's what I need. Don't give them the answer. Stop feeding the wrong kind of behavior. So we got to create some page layouts that are distinct in this, right? So that's what the new kind of article we're doing, which is a procedure page layout. I said that's his, right? So we set up lightning knowledge so customers, partners, and support agents can use knowledge articles to solve problems. And Ada used that. Her agent took her notes and converted that into the first round of FAQs. And they've been great at finding answers. Now I want to add procedures. We want to be able to show customers and installers how to perform tasks, such as installing a solar hot water heater. It's a water heater. You don't heat hot water. You heat cold water. It's actually a cold water heater. I hate hot water heater. It's a water heater that takes cold water and makes it hot. I don't care if it's solar, gas, electric, or, bees, whatever you use. It makes water hot. It doesn't make hot water heater. Okay. And procedures give you that step-by-step instruction and safety warnings. And we want to make sure that only authenticated customers, employees can access the procedures. So this is where you're leveraging the power of your community. Yes, you can expose your community to the world for free and your FAQs as part of your help page, but you can also monetize it and make that part of your service offerings and levels and say, hey, I'll pay Salesforce $5 a login or $25 a month if you pay me $50 a month to access my portal. And in the portal, I'll give you solutions that'll save you $200 an hour, maybe. Maybe that's what Super User Academy or Sales and Technology will do. Maybe we'll do that for you. As soon as I get Jenny and Chen to do that, to put all that stuff together for you. So we're going to create a new page layout for the articles. That way, with a page layout, we can assign it to profiles, right? And if the same profile needs to see more than one page layout for any kind of record, we need to use record types. So we're following the same philosophies, just doing it again. Okay, so we're going to define the page layout first. And first part of that, of any kind of development, is discovery, right? What are the requirements? What are the needs? What's the situation? What's the outcomes? And then you can define your solution. So we want some basic information section, what an audience and purpose section, what are the warnings, what are the steps, what are the properties, and any internal notes. So that's a good list of fields, but we're not finished. We need to know what actions readers take on articles. And if the reader actions are the same for procedures and FAQs, after reading an article, they can post about it or set up a poll. Awesome. What action procedures authors take? Let's see, Maria asks, what actions procedure authors take on procedure articles? Authors write and edit articles, so they perform more actions. Ada points to the action list they created for FAQ authors: edit, delete, publish, change record type, edit as draft, submit for approval, assign, archive, restore, post, right? So those are the same things you're used to on objects. Those are object-specific actions. You get those things you create. So let's get ready for the going hands-on. Let's see. I'm not creating a new one. I'm going to use my same one that I'm using for all of my advanced Trailmix. So we're going to go to the service setup this time. Why? because they said so. Can you get to everything that you, in service setup as you can in setup? Yep, but it's not formatted the same. It's a little bit different of a format. So we want to go and jump in there, and I'm going to duplicate this slide so that I can then read it on another screen and not keep bouncing back and forth. So you don't have to see the bounce. So we're opening up the service setup, and yes, it's taking me I'm doing something else. Yes, I'm doing two things at once because I want to close this out. Trying it with a spreadsheet and a document, see if one works better than the other. Am I done? See if that works. I have my knowledge article set. That and that, leave all those open, and there it is. Now I go to knowledge setup. Okay, so we got a little wizard to help us through it. So we got to choose our authors. I don't think we have Maria in this org yet. Maria, we don't have either one of them. So just yourself as the author should be fine. Let's see if that works. We'll go next. And the next thing is some data category information, which we will, we'll check that out as soon as it's done doing its thing. So I'm not doing that now. I'm going to just set up, hit next, and then finish. So we set it up in a very basic format, right? So now, from the setup menu, we can check that to make sure it's all set up with the setup menu. And we'll check our knowledge settings to make sure that it's enabled. And let's put in knowledge. Knowledge settings. And I'm sure it is enabled.
There it is. Check enable lightning.
Ta-da! All right. So now I'm gonna launch my challenge, and I'm gonna check to see if my challenge is working. Because there it is. I'm going to tackle the next unit with 500 points to my critic.
Wow, that was a lot of points for that.
It's a hands-on challenge. They're always 500 points.
Yeah,
So
but that was like nothing.
I know, right? We take them where we get them, Jen.
There's some hands-on that are much bigger than that, and you only get 500 points.
Exactly. All right, so now we're right. We're talking about setting up the page layout for a record type, which is what you always do for a record type. Then we're going to create the record type because that's the best practice procedures. Create the page layouts, then give it a yet record type. Then use that record type to assign a page layout to a profile. Awesome. Okay. Easy peasy.
Simple,
so we're going to go in. Yep. Question?
Nope. Keep going.
You said something. You were.
I said it was simple, stupid. Just
exactly.
Right.
So we'll go to knowledge.
Knowledge.
And by the way, that first was supposed to take us 25 minutes. It didn't take us that at all. It's up to you though. All right, so now we're going to go to page layouts. We have our knowledge layout, our FAQ layout. We're going to create a new one.
I thought you were doing a new record type.
No, you do the page layout first.
Oh, I thought it said record type. I misread it.
Yeah, no,
I
I
need my
got you.
iPad so I can follow. I'll be
Yeah,
right
yeah.
back.
Sure. I'm going to base it on the Lightning record layout and call it procedure reader. So remember, they're talking about now, hey, so what we did was, all we did, that's what we did. We followed these steps. I chose one of the page layouts that existed. You don't have to. I don't think it'll make a difference. If it does, we'll find out. But remember, you got the knowledge object that we're in, the page layout section, the page layout editor, the palette, if you will. The lightning and experience actions, you got to click that box and bring those buttons down. And then, of course, the knowledge detail. That is all of the fields that you want to throw on your knowledge record. So you have a knowledge record and you have the knowledge article that goes with it. So we're going to add actions and fields in the mobile and lightning actions page. So in that section, there it is. We are going to add some fields. We want to take the post and drag it, which is already on there. So that's good news. It was on mine. I don't know if it's there in yours. And then poll to put it next to post. And then we'll do a quick save because I never want to forget to save. Now I'm going to go to my fields and I'm going to drag summary onto the page. So notice below the knowledge detail section, let's go there. Oh, they actually want it there. Now that I'm scrolling down. And we're going to rename the section from information. How, there it is. Click on the gear. And I'm going to rename it. Article details. What? I already have one article. See if that works. Is that what they wanted? All right. Maria had to create some custom fields to finish the article's detail section. So I had to create the other sections first and then come back. So we're going to create another section called, oh, we already have one called property. I must have done this one already. We already have one called properties. 2 column, let's check out the settings. 2 column, ding, top down, whoa, hit OK. And now in my properties, I want article created date, created by, last modified by, last published date. Visible internal app, customer, partner, knowledge. So I must have done this already, clearly. And then I'm done. I'm going to hit save. And then we're going to create some custom fields. Is our next section. So the next section is to do some custom fields. And we're going to create a new field called procedure audience. I'm going to create a rich text field. So I'm going to create a new field. called Richie Rich text. Leave all the defaults. Assume you know those things, right? We're going to set the field level security. Make it visible for all profiles. And then we're going to add that field. I'm only going to add it to the procedure reader. And then I'm done. I'm going to click save. So that was a demonstration of it, right? So now that field got put into the first section in the last spot auto magically. And I hit save. So now when I look at a knowledge article, that procedure audience is going to be under article details. If we put it there, let me see if that's right. All right, so I got 3 more custom fields to create. Maria repeats these steps, create custom fields for procedure warnings, purpose, and procedure steps. Let's see if I have those. Procedure audience. Copy these. They may not be checking it for, but we want to get it in, right? We want to do the work. And procedure warnings. Visible. Next. Procedure reader. Save and new. Do it 3 more times. 2 more times. This one. And I can't imagine it really matters if it's on all of them or not. But the last but not least, procedure steps. And we're never done when we do this, unless you work with a consulting company in a country I will not mention, that they sloppily just do this any way they want. They just sloppily put every field on every page for every user and every profile ridiculously.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. It drives me insane.
A lot of people are bad people.
Lazy.
Lazy. So thinking about calling my program, like to market people like you guys who are on the call live with me and other people that go through this training program in the future. The irresistible admin. Somebody, by the way, you two on the call with me live, one of you already knows you owe me a profile. The other one doesn't know that I need to. Y'all are both perfect admins and have the temperament for it, the skill set, the ability to learn, the smarts, all that kind of stuff. Both the people smarts and all. No kidding. So
I've looked for that. I can't find that survey invite.
I'll send it back to you. It got
I've looked everywhere. It's not there.
I'll find it. All right, so we're adding, this is going into my article details section, which it did. All right, perfect. I think because I added the article details section up front, that's why it did it. Let's check in to make sure. And then now we're going to create a procedure for authors. We're going to create and that's what's next on this. So we're going to do the same thing. going to create a new one. I'm not going to do a save as, although I could. Just going to click new. I'm going to base it on my procedure. The reader, right? So that'll save me some time because I'm now doing 2 different procedure page layouts. And so instead of polling, she just wants post. And I want to make sure edit, publish, delete article. Publish. I gotta make sure that it's in the right. I don't know if it matters, but edit, publish, delete article, change record type, edit as draft, delete draft. Archive is wrong. Submit for approval. Restore and post. All right. That's what my instructions say. That's what we just finished there. Whoops. That's what we just finished here. They changed the actions instead of poll. We did all that just now. And then we're going to create a custom field for internal notes using the following values. Another rich text field. Copying that, which we're at the field level security. Let's see if we have that custom support profile. I hope we do. All right, so back to fields and relationships. I'm going to create a new field called a rich text field. And I want it to say that internal notes. But this time my field level security, I only want the custom support profile. There it is. Sweet. Now, I would also say, just because you're testing it, make sure you always add yourself to that too. Let's see if it causes a problem. May not. We'll just discovering. And it just needs to be on the page layout for the authorer. So my authorer page layout should look, it says you have the internal notes on the article details. So that looks good. Now we're going to create the record types, Miss Jenny. Now is the next thing, right? So remember, we created the page layouts first, but that's better practice. Because you want to run into the limitation that causes you the problem, right? You're creating a page layout for different types of users, and then you're going to try to assign that to more than one person. You're going to go roadblock, or you're going to want different pick list values for each one of those page layouts. But I have to create a new field, roadblock. The only way over the roadblock is a record type. So we are going to go to knowledge. We're going to do this step by step. And I'm going to copy and paste these little things in red. And there's my procedure. I already copied this other one. So now we're going to go to record types, create a new record type. We already have the FAQ record type. And we're going to call this one procedure. And then my description are step-by-step instructions, making it active. Right, so we're going to make this record type available to the custom support profile. We're going to make available for all of our customer profiles listed. So customer community login, customer portal. You know what? I don't want to leave it up to my own. Right? I want to make sure that I got all my customer ones done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Voila. Next. Now I'm going to do the page layout. Which one was it? Procedure. Select the profile that will use this record type. Yep. Select the page layout, procedure reader. Yep, procedure reader. Perfect. Now, why do I assign it to all the profiles? Here's why. Just like creating a new record type, the first time you create a new page layout for a different user, everybody gets the standard one first, right? Think about, you break open the box, everybody gets the same page layout for every object, right? Every profile is assigned the default. You start from there before you change anything, advanced admins. So assign this page layout for the record type because you created the page layout first. Then you assign that page layout for all profiles that get assigned that record type. We did not assign the record type to all profiles, but in the background, if they ever get that record type assigned to them, either through their profile or permission set, bam, they've already got the right page layout for that. Now, if sales and service should see that same record type page layout differently, then go ahead and create another page record type. But whoa, that's a lot of record type in and page layout. You should be really good by then to know how to do that. And then I'm going to click save. So all users that have any kind of customer profile are going to have access to that record type and that page layout. Now our author page layout, we need that record type now. So let's see something real quick. So I'm going to show you this. I want to read it out loud with you. Next, Maria assigns procedure author page layout to agents using the regular profile user interface. Agents can edit articles. Okay, great. So we're going to go to our profiles. And we're going to go to users and then profiles and go to that custom support profile. So did I create? Nope, I didn't. So we're going to do this way. I just sorted, so my custom profiles are at the top. I can edit those. I'm going to click edit. And now, where's my record types? I might need the enhanced. And I'm only doing this because, let's see, I am I thought for some reason you could get to the record types that way, through that profile interface. I only ever used enhanced profile user interface anyway. So That's why I'm not so facile with it. So I don't make, so we're about to do this, by the way, right? So we're going to make the available record types for knowledge articles. Move the needed record types from the available record type box to the selected record types. Maria adds FAQ. All right, go back to my profiles. Sticky setting. Now I want to go to my object settings. So one thing they miss in the instructions, I mean, miss like they expect you to know it, I think. You're in profiles, you're going to go to the custom record type settings, and let's just do that, right? So custom, did I say that? Back to my overview for a second. Custom, is there a custom record type settings now? No. Go to knowledge. Edit. So we're going to give the record type, knowledge layout. What are we doing? We're move the needed record types from available record type box to the selected record types box. All right. I don't know if that should be checked or not. I'm just making stuff up at this point because, oh, FAQ should be my default record type. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Let's go back to that. So we got to create one more record type. For the challenge to start. And before I do that, I'm going to turn off. Did I miss something? I don't like the way those instructions instructed me. So I'm now troubleshooting the instructions. I want to see my custom profile. And I want to see oh, maybe it's on this page. I think yep, record types settings. Wait, use the what? If you're using record type, use the edit links in the record type settings section below. Why is it not on? There it is. Okay. Ah, the edit. Got it. Edit. Let's see how this works now. Perfect. Move those over. Got it. Then we're going to create one more. Now I see by the instructions mess with my mind, but you should be able to figure out both ways. Just because I did, and you watch me now, you saw it both ways. So do more of that. Here we go. Knowledge, record types. We create a new record type called troubleshooting. This one did take longer, didn't it? We're going to make this available to all profiles. And we're going to put the knowledge layout as the page layout. And then I'm ready to check my challenge. So this is another pretty easy peasy one. Now, I don't think you need to go through these resources. So I'm not going to copy and paste them. You know how to create custom fields. You understand page layouts, record types. Now you know how to creating and editing articles might actually be pretty good. Huzzah. So let's see. That one. Yeah, I'm not going to put the other one. I showed you that already, but I'm going to put that in our little section. Create and edit articles. I'm going to put that there as a resource. Okay. Not really that section, but it's really not there. So I'm not going to take it out of there. Got dinner in an hour. I know Chen's got to leave early. So anyway, so there we go. Put that in. Remember, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I just completed the challenge somewhere else. So I get to go to my next one. Oh, bummer. It didn't show me. I'll do that. All right. Setting up the validation status. So, Jenny, your new gig, is that going to be, what do you call it? Remote?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Killer, killer. Okay,
Super.
so that's fantastic. So now we're going to set up the validation status, right? So what does that mean? We need to enable that for articles, display it, change it, and add items to the pick list like we would any other process in there, right? So validation status indicates the state of a knowledge article. And that's a good little note. So I'm going to copy that and put that in the notes because I may not remember that. And that's a good kind of definition to remember, right? Because you want to read this stuff. And there are two statuses, not validated and validated. Right. So I got that in my notes. Life is good. I think Chen had to go. Yep. Chen had to leave early. And we're going to go to we finished at least this section, maybe the whole thing. I don't know.
I'm trying to catch up to you. I just found out that I didn't have this done, and I know I've done
You've done the work for sure.
I can't believe I don't have this done. So I'm right behind you, trying to catch up. You're moving fast.
Yep. So I'm going to go to setup, and I'm going to put in my knowledge settings. And I'm going to hit edit. I'm going to activate, remember the goal, right? I want to activate, where is it? I'm going to just control F it. There it is. It's already validated. I don't know why this is already done in my org, but awesome. active validation. Oh, yeah. It's already done. It's already done for us. That's what it says in the instructions. I just didn't even know. So now we got to make it so you can easily find the status. So we're going to go to our knowledge compact layout for agents, or knowledge compact layout. So we're going to knowledge in our object manager. And we're going to do compact layouts. We're going to create a new compact layout. I'm going to call it compact layouts for agents. We want the fields we want to display or the article number. Voila. Article record type. Voila. Version number. Yuck. Public, except it's data driven, so I don't want it. Publication status. Voila. And last, modified date. Voila. Now we're going to edit our layout assignment. So we are going to take the compact layout to use. We want the knowledge compact layout for agents. And compact layout use to use. Right now they're agents. Hit save. Primary. That's right. Jenny, let's see. I am. Oh, I see what I did. Duh. Huh.
Gotta sign
Yeah,
it.
you got to select them first. I haven't done that in a while. Like, I haven't used it. All right, so got it now. Oh, let me take the troubleshooting out. And that one's going to be so far system default. I'll leave it there. All right, so that's all saved up, ready to go. Now that we've enabled the validation status, let's edit it. So let's go back to our app launcher. That's what I'm on next, right? So now I'm going to go to my app launcher, choose Knowledge. You guys that are watching this at home, right? Remember to pause the tape. Oh, I can't view it in Classic. Opening, you can't view this item in Lightning Experience. Why can't I view it in Lightning Experience? There's a reason for it in my browser settings, I believe. And I don't know what it is right now, so I'm not going to deal with it. Right, I did that, right? I had knowledge. Why can't I see? Huh. No. Knowledge is enabled. All right, well, there's my knowledge in classic. I can't knowledge tab. Did I miss it somehow? Am I not?
This is a long one, Dominic.
It is, right?
I'm behind you and I'm like, wow. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know why I can't see knowledge and why can't I find an article on it? Does it? I don't want to enable it. Oh, I saw that. Wow, nobody helped this guy out. Daggum. Not the right one. I don't understand this error. All right, well, I guess that's that for now. So if I did a create article, let's just see a troubleshooting article. Title. How knowledge. Summary. So validation status. Now I've got a not validated. Type record. And I'll click save. All right. We're going to create a new validation status now. I'm going to skip that whole experience and not even worry about it, right? So now I'm going to go to, where am I at? My knowledge settings, my validation statuses. Just like any other pick list. However, nope, this is just a good old fashioned pick list value. And we want to, I'm going to do all the record types as a value. and whoops, edit that. Make this value default. So there we go. So now we're going to just answer a couple questions. Thank goodness. Did you catch up, Jenny?
That's crazy.
Taking a minute?
Uh,
Is it taking a minute?
I am not sure. It looks like it. I'm trying to validate. And
Trying to
my
validate?
yeah, my validate button just disappeared.
Oh, are you in Lightning or Classic?
And
Remember, my Lightning got whacked.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? It might be because I'm not in Service Console. Maybe. Let me just.
Check challenge. Existing master. Oh shoot! I didn't.
no,
do
there's
the
no check
challenge.
challenge.
I did everything. I did everything but the challenge. Oh my god.
Oh no, you've got. So we're going to answer the questions. We just set up the validation status. Then we have to do these last two, which we might not get to tonight. We might be able to get to them.
I'm behind you.
What is Maria? Why does Maria add the validation status field to the compact layout? Well, to display it at the top of each article so that it's usable. I mean, it doesn't activate anything. It doesn't change the validation status, and it doesn't control field level security. It just doesn't do that. That's not why she added to the compact layout. It's at the compact layout, so it's easily accessible information. Doesn't do those other three things. How do you create a validation status? By adding it to the pick list value. You don't view or edit the article or the stat. That's editing the article and its status. That's not how you change any pick list value, right? So you add an item to the status pick list, and you don't create a validation rule as a pick list value. So I'm pretty sure I got 100 points. Refresh my page.
Yeah, mine kept doing that too.
Did it do it? Weird. I think this is not going to complete. Oh no, it completed. Hooray. So I'm on to the next unit. Look at how your badges get complete watching me. So all right. Are you caught up to now this?
I got to go back and did one piece, but I'll do it when you're done because I want to be with you.
So set up. You didn't take the test for these two. You went and.
Yeah, I skipped I did the first two. I skipped the one, and I'm have to do the actual challenge for number 2 actually. So I did 1. I have to do the challenge for 2. I did everything inside the. I don't know. I actually followed all the steps like you.
Got it. Okay, because this is a quiz, and now we're in the configure article.
Yeah.
So now you want to see who sees what, right? So we're going to assign the article for its security. Now, this is a question that sneaks in on the essentials admin class, sometimes used to anyway. And I'm glad it's for advanced admins because I hope they take it off the base, the essential admin class. I hope they take that off because that question's not real. It's too deep down the rabbit hole. You got to know it.
Pretty deep. This is the hardest part.
There are 30 plus certifications to address what powers are available with the system administrator profile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They don't need to test everything. And I'm talking to the Trailhead team in case you're watching. You don't need to address everything for essential admins, but you do need to test the understanding of the system. And this is for your deep understanding. As the advanced admin, you're in control of the org's health from all those other people that have permissions, which you're not going to give them straight system admin permissions, right? So defining who sees an article, controlling the article visibility to determine who sees what article, and configure who sees and interacts with individual fields in an article, right? So again, Salesforce is allowing you to force what users can see and do as part of its philosophy. I'm gonna change my glasses real quick because my glasses I got on right now, something happened to them. And oh, that's better. I think it's, oh, now I can get used to not having a bifocal. All right. So who sees at each article? Whenever you publish an article, you have to consider the audience. That's common sense if you're thinking in common terms. Some articles are relevant to all readers, but other articles aren't, right? So Ursa Major uses articles visibility settings to determine who sees it. Here are the different audiences. And I'm going to take this because this, you know what? This is a good thing for me to read again, and I don't want to have to find it. So I'm just going to take this and pop it in my notes. Define who sees an article, and I'm going to say, read that, right? Read all of that, Dom. And I'm going to put those under, and I'm going to give them a little scooch, right? And I'm going to take that out. And these are all now good notes. If you're not familiar with this, this is the things you're going to have to remember or cause to remember, right? So visible in internal app, visible to customer, visible to partner, visible in public knowledge base. Well, that makes sense. Internal, external customer, external partner, or external everybody. There you go. Real quick. Those are the 4 ones. So we refer to these as channels in Classic, but we'll see how they work in Lightning. So we're going to remove a visibility setting. And we'll go to my set them up in my object manager for knowledge. Hey, I sent Donnie, just so you know, I sent Donnie an email about Conimus.com. And how, you know, hopefully an introduction that they would appreciate, both of y'all. All right. So I'm going to my page layouts and my procedure reader. And now I'm going to go to my layout properties. Nope, properties section. Whoops. And let's see.
They meant like remove visibility from a layout. That's not exactly, they didn't, that's not how I would
Oh,
have.
no. I'm sorry. Visible and internal app. That's it. I got to go to that field.
Yeah,
And
and
then,
remove it from the layout. I was thinking like.
yeah, I went
Security.
I went loopy. I was like, oops. Yeah,
I
they're just
always
taking
think
off the
like
page.
too hard on what they're telling you to do.
I know.
I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Like I want to like remove field level security access on that. And that's not what they
Yeah.
wanted.
Right. So we're just going to now repeat this for all of our other. They don't sometimes they don't give you context in the beginning of an exercise that you know this is what we're doing on all the. Hey, we're going to remove this field that we just created for all of the, you know, page layouts. Well, I can get that. I can wrap my head around that. Otherwise, I'm looking for something else. Right? Take that internal notes. Is that what I'm doing? No, I want to take out my visible to internal app.
Right. And FAQ.
I want to take it from all of them. Yeah.
One of mine isn't right. One of my
I'm taking
layouts
it.
isn't named right.
What's that?
One of my layouts isn't named right. I wonder if it's gonna.
So we got it from author. All right. Author, reader, and FAQ. Huh. All right. So that's what we did.
I missed some layouts here trying to catch up with you.
No worries. You got a minute? I'm reading what I did because sometimes I don't read all the details. I
Yeah,
skip,
I think I tried to skip up to your piece.
which is a demonstration of the danger of skipping.
Yeah, I know. I just got burnt. I just tried to skip and I'm missing 2 layouts that it wants me to edit now.
What
So
they're
I'm doing
basically
that.
saying is, but they didn't, here's what they didn't do, right? Because I was looking for, I read a speed read, and that means I skip speed read. I don't read, right? So when we created the page layouts for procedure articles, place the visibility settings at the bottom of the page. As all articles are visible in the internal app, that box is always checked. Ada wonders if it's always supposed to be checked. Why is it on that page at all? She asked Maria to remove the visible internal app checkbox from the articles she and her team write, FAQ and procedures. Well, I missed that instruction. I skipped that up. Like she asked Maria is not do this, Dominic. It's okay. It's a story about what she did. I don't really care what she did. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, I know.
And that's sometimes it skips. That's a matter of how you process information and what you care about shows up. Everything.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so
okay. I'm just
you
going to
did
watch
it.
you now because I don't even have to do this stuff. I can
Sure.
take the quizzes with you.
Oh,
at
you
the
haven't
end.
done it yet. It's just a quiz anyway, right?
Yeah, right. So I'm going to watch it because I know how to make a field, remove it from a layout.
Exactly.
It's kind of repetitive.
Exactly. So we're going to create a new field called internal comments. And we're going to call it. I hate these rich text fields, man. What a bloated database this is. Comments. We're only going to make it visible for the agent profile. I guess she means support agent. I'm adding it to all the page layouts that are there. All right, so now we're just gonna, for this one, we're just gonna take the challenge, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at any of these.
This one's
And you know
just
something?
it's really
I'm gonna
enable knowledge for you.
say that these helps, the help articles might be good, but not the modules. I would not go with these modules. That's my
Yeah, the
recommendation.
modules are all about creating fields and adjusting layouts, which has nothing really to do with the lightning. I mean, you have to do that, but you would assume at this point, you know how to create a field and add it to a layout.
Right.
Right? You understand visibility. I mean, you're not going to be doing knowledge if you're just learning how to create a field.
Right. You don't need all these. I'm taking the trailhead modules out. I don't think you need all that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, not for this section. If you're taking that module and you're taking notes on it, don't add it to it. I don't think you need to do that. All right. So now let's just take the quiz. Why would you want to control who sees an article using visibility settings? Well, let's eliminate this with common sense, right? Isn't ready for publication is one of the statuses of the article, not visibility up to the article once it's published, right? It has proprietary information. Well, that's it, right? So why would you control the visibility? Why would you control visibility?
Because it has proprietary
information.
Business who can see it, right?
Right. Yeah. So all of these things, A, C, and D, are things that you would do that could be true of an article that's in the, just first time.
It makes more sense than anything, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. Hey, look, I don't want everybody.
B is the best answer.
B is the best answer because I got stuff I want only internal people to see, not external people, right?
Yeah, and that's. Yeah.
How do you remove visibility setting from a page layout?
We just did it.
Uncheck the option, right? We just removed the field. That's how you control visibility settings on the page layout. If the field's not there, you can't see it because you assign the page layout to a profile. It doesn't prevent them from seeing that field in other places like list views.
They could run a report.
Yeah, they run a report, use it as a filter, but they don't need to see it on the page. So it's not visible to a page. It's the only way. If otherwise, if you make a field hidden to a profile, it doesn't matter what page layout you put it on. They're not going to see it regardless of the page layout.
Yep.
Right. So it's the page layout and what it does. Look at that. Quick honey. Quick honey.
It was.
That's our quick honey points. So let's just to sneak and see.
It's a
What's gonna be-
it's a
It's another 100-point challenge.
It is. It is.
Huzzah.
Just a quiz. And it's common sense. I mean, I hate to say it, but it is. It's a
Right.
common sense quiz.
So you should know, you should be able to add the knowledge to your console, add the knowledge components to a record page, enable search settings, enable core knowledge settings, and map data categories. Okay, so there's a lot of work you're going to do on this, and you're going to be tested for it. But these are some of the things that you might, want to make sure you get hands-on with to remember it, because there's not part of the hands-on challenge to prove that you did it, right? You could use your logic to solve most tests. So we're going to go from the app launcher, find and select service console. I think I just did that. Yay. I did that before. And then in the menus, voila, we now could check for the knowledge. I know, it was my wife. Now we could see knowledge articles because we weren't in the console. We didn't have it activated, which I thought that was going on. So, so the knowledge component, the knowledge navigation tab, if you will, showed up automatically once we activated
Right.
knowledge. Yep. So that's why it was there. So we now want to display knowledge on case records. Right. So there's our draft that we created in Classic, but now we could see it in the service console. I knew that I had a hunch that was the case, but now we're on the cases. So we're going to open a case. We're going to open up number 1006 if we got it. No, maybe. I hate this filter. 006, there it is. Edna Frank's case. I'm just following the instructions because that's a rare thing for me to do. So, those of you that know me. So I'm going to edit the page, which brings me up to my Lightning app builder. This is the first time you're editing a Lightning app. It's a great way to create your default Lightning app, Lightning record page. So we're obviously, look, this is our case page layout. We want to grab the knowledge component. That's going to show up moderate because they all show up moderate. I don't want any tips. I want to follow instructions. And I think it's already there. I'm going to drag it on anyway. See if it's different. I don't think it is. Nope. So this is just a tab component. It has knowledge. So I'm going to take that out just because I'm going to add related. In a place it doesn't really matter. Can I have related? Oh, I can't have related listed. Wait, I can't. No, that's right. There's other tabs I'm putting in there. Forget that. All right, so we got the knowledge article tab.
That's all you really need for here. Salesforce is pretty intuitive when you
Right.
And you create a new article, or you see you can do a search for an existing.
Right. So I'm just going to undo what I did because knowledge is already here. So I'm saving it and activating it. Remember, this means it's the first time I've done it. So I'm activating this page. I'm going to select. Don't want all the tips.
Those tips are annoying.
What's that?
Tips are annoying.
Yeah.
Or default.
Yeah, I'm just making this my org default because I don't want to do any more. And now here's a quick way to get to the next step, just so you know if you don't remember those. So we just added the knowledge component, which is already on the page for us. It had knowledge and related. It's great. Also adds a related list component. Yes, I did that. So I must have done this in this org earlier. If not done it in this something else. So now we're going to go to the case page layout. So let me show you something real quick. If you click on the highlights tab, which is what this is, the highlights tab, scroll down in the bottom, you can go right to the page layout editor if you want to. Let's go to that. And that'll open up the object manager. And then you can go back. You can close this down now if you want. Just a fun little factoid on how to do that.
I've never seen that.
Well, you haven't?
No. I don't think
It's
I
like
have.
It's a great way to make sure you're following the right path, especially if you have a lot of page layouts and you've opened up the app builder to the record page and the record type that you want. It's a great way to follow, especially if somebody's been sloppy. You know? So I'm gonna go to the case page layouts. I go to my custom. So we're just going to go to our case layout view. And at the top of the page, it says we're going to click the feed view. And then we're going to scroll down to our article tool settings. Is that right? Yep.
God, I'm rusty with this feed view.
So am I.
I haven't messed with feed view in ages because once you do it.
Yep. And now we want to, yeah, that's right. That's a great point, Jenny, is that you also get tested for things that you don't do very often, especially if it's all new to you, right?
If I needed to, I kind of Google it right at the time and say, oh yeah. And then, but
yeah, we want to enable attaching articles inline. I don't think your company.
Check that out. Yeah.
Like, I think we missed that. I was always wondering why we didn't do that. And then I'll click save.
I might have to do that for my current.
Remember, in the knowledge articles, you can only open the article and cut and paste or something like that.
I can only attach mine. I can't put it in line.
Right. So I'm going to go back.
I'm
going to open up a case.
Can't remember. Yeah, you know what? I can, because you can insert, I have an insert knowledge article. I think that's what they mean by inline. You get that option to insert article into email.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But you can also attach it too.
Yeah, I do. I can do either. But you know, it's funny because it's like you said, if you haven't done it, I did it, God, a year and a half ago. I forgot all about it.
Oh, I don't have any articles.
That would be a very obscure question to ask on a test.
Oh, totally.
I hope they don't.
That would be very. So let's see where.
Did you make any articles, Nis?
Are there any? We don't have one we don't have a published article.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll leave here. I'll be ready. I'm gonna drop. This is my last little thing we're gonna do. So, are you leaving now? All right, I'll meet you there. All right, let's just, right. We did that. We tested it. Let's say life is good. We figured it out. Because I don't have any published articles, so I'm not.
Communication mappings. That's what you want to enable, communication mappings.
Where?
You make it available for email.
In.
Hold on, I got to go to it. It's in settings. I always just look for communication mappings in setup. So if you go to go into the knowledge object and click on communication mappings, and click new.
Oh, wait.
So go to knowledge and setup, go to knowledge object. And in there, click on communication mappings.
Oh, wow. Gotcha.
Click new.
Oh, there we're going. By the way, that's the next
FAQ.
exercise anyway.
Yep.
All right. Object,
FAQ Capital.
FAQ.
for email.
I'm going to choose the FAQ record type, and
And
then the available channels is going to be email.
and scroll down, question and answer.
Where's that? Is that here? Wait.
It's in there, question, all the way at the bottom, I think. There's a field called question, and there's one that's called answer.
Oh,
So you want to
Question.
move them over to the right. Question and then answer.
bada boom.
Except you want probably question first, I would assume, before the answer.
Maybe. Oh, I see. That answers. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Question and answer.
See.
Perfect.
Right, it's a Q&A. So here's your question, here's the answer.
Nice. So we're going to do another one after that. The next exercise. So we did that channel. Perfect. Maria scrolls through the email. Email to case must be enabled. Okay, fine. That's, by the way, good note. These little things in yellow, those are
Well, you
good
can't
notes.
insert an article if email to case isn't enabled. I
Hey.
guess you could hypothetically, but not. Yeah, you're right, though. That's something they would ask.
I mean, that's a kind of question that you're going to see on the test.
Yeah, I
that
think
it's
you're
not a-
right.
This doesn't matter on a test because they know
Mm-mm.
U.S. English speakers don't care about all that. Let's see if there's anything else we missed. No, I think we're good there.
I mean, they have like more mappings and stuff, but I don't know that that's.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that stands out.
No, it's just
Um,
repetitive stuff with a different field and a different mapping.
But
Instead
this
of
email to case must be
email, it's
enabled.
probably
Yeah,
Chat
but
or
this little
something.
yellow box, I think that yellow box is good.
Yeah.
So let's go back and edit some more knowledge settings. And
And there is something for enabling search. I think you were just on it. Because you can choose what field drives the search.
correct. Let's see if we get that in here.
I'm looking for it.
In the knowledge one section.
Yeah. So
There we
it like you can choose, she's got product driving the search, which
Yeah, so
go to data categories and click filters and find a, yeah, that never works to me. I don't think we're just, I've never seen one that organized that they can drive.
Let's see,
data
under
category.
case fields. So this is case fields that might help drive the knowledge articles, right?
Yes, exactly.
So we'll just do it.
It's usually subject
Yeah, but
or case
but not-
type, but
yeah, I think
remember,
subject-
case type is only there if you add it. Subject comes in from the person.
correct.
So
Unless, well, it depends. You could set it up. If you had a certain email address for certain kinds of customers for their
Yeah.
specific support, you could then
That's-
choose that could part of your auto assignment rules. could do
yeah,
that.
that's true. That's true. If you filtered in the
Right.
source email, that's
Yep.
good. That's a good
You could-
idea.
You could use data to make those decisions, and the email
Yeah,
address
I like that idea.
is
That's a good
data.
idea.
Yeah, everybody shouldn't be emailing the same place for support. help@mycompany.com is crazy, right?
Hmm.
So now we want to map cases to data categories. So we need to go look at data categories. And we've got a data category mapping we're going to go to. So we are going to, this is where we're at, by the way. let's see.
Now you're on it. Set up data category mapping.
Yeah, I'm looking at, I'm just
Choose
reading.
the
I want
case
to,
field product.
yeah, I want to end up, see if any of this stuff,
Is there
I want to take
working
all the
on one
promotional and see if
product?
there's any good things to remember, you know, like notes.
No, you're better at this than me.
These are just all examples, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's all good. So anyway, we're doing the data category mappings. Let's see. Why can't we?
I don't think it's enabled. I think you have to enable it
Let's look at the
somewhere.
setup. Yeah, we don't have anything set up.
Scroll to, so under knowledge and settings. Knowledge settings is the keyword.
Yeah. Did we miss something earlier?
Yeah, you have to enable it. And there's a scroll to enable data
Oh.
category mappings. So scroll down.
No, I'm just gonna, I got data category mappings enabled.
It says here, enable data category mappings. Where is it? Including, has to set up data categories. Did we set up data categories to enable the mappings?
No, we didn't set up data categories yet.
Yeah, I think you have to have the data categories
I agree.
before you can map to them. You can't map to a data category if you don't have a
Right.
data
No, I
category
agree.
to map to, right?
So the
data
funny thing
categories,
about it is,
right?
right, we found, see, look at this. In my data categories, right? There's my, it shows up there and there.
Mm-hmm. Where did it tell us to create data categories?
It never did,
All
right?
right,
It never did. As
so
far as I know, it never did. So now we go to data categories, data category mappings.
I'm gonna
And I
have to
can't
create
do it
them
because I don't
then.
have any data categories.
Gonna create them.
Exactly. So my data category setup is where I got to start.
Yep.
So I'm going to give it a group name. I'm going to call it FAQ.
Mhm. Wow, that, and don't do this in real life.
What?
Create a top level FAQ get data category group,
Oh, what should it be?
internal and external as a top
right.
level. I mean, that's what I would do if I were doing a top level data
Yeah, no,
category,
it's perfect. That's right. Because that way you want to
right?
add another category.
Because you have 3 at the top, and then from there you can expand out.
Right. You have 2 basic ones, right? You got these active category groups.
Right. Otherwise, you're only forever and ever designing for internal. And you want to
Right.
be able to open these up and have internal facing and external. That's just my opinion. But
Let's see. This one.
FAQ.
No. Internal will be procedure
Right.
and FAQ.
Right. Right.
And external could be both.
It could be. It could be just FAQs.
But I think this is a better way
Yeah.
to do it. Like, so procedure, FAQ. And add there. Let's just leave it. And then this
Because
is
one
also,
would be, one I would consider one more appropriate for community sites, and the other one would be for internal support. And then you can have sharing based upon data categories of who sees what or what
Correct.
you're allowed to share out.
yeah. So now
you can
that we got categories, right? We have 2 category groups.
Mhm.
Now, do we have to activate them? Or are they already active?
I think you have to activate them.
How do I do that? Expand all.
You're gonna have to click into them when you and activate from there, I think. Like the little gear there, scroll down. Not that gear. See, there's another one, the setting. There should be something in there. Not the gear. Go next to it. Go back to where you hovered with the gear. See, there's another one. There you go. And it does take a little bit to activate. Well, that's pretty quick.
Oh yeah, that's the activation. Here we go. There we go. Now we got our mappings.
Right.
Case field.
And then you can make
Product.
mhm. God, it's all coming back to me.
Right? Let's see. Oh, then they just throw in choose a data category group, solar, hot water, heater installation. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't know where that came from.
Well, it's not testing on this, so this is like where you really got to learn it.
Yeah, right. All right, so there we go. And this is it. I got to jump. But let's do the quiz and then we'll be done. And congratulations. You'll have completed your lightning knowledge setup and customization.
Right.
So what can Maria do if her support specialist can't see knowledge component on their case pages? Well, there it is, right? The knowledge component on the page means you have an app builder. Yep.
Keyword component.
Right. Lightning add knowledge component to the record pages using the app builder, not you don't add it. You don't add that. You don't add knowledge to the service console. You add it to the page, the builder, the record page.
You don't use the app builder to add it to a console.
Exactly. So where's the quickest way to remove unnecessary information and increase customer satisfaction when inserting an article into an email? That's the communication channel mappings.
Yes.
I remember that. Reread the email and delete the extra information by hand. Well, that sounds what you would do before you get Salesforce. Enable search settings of what? Add apologetic emojis. Stop it. Anytime anybody tells you to add an emoji, they're wrong and evil. All right, so I think we're good. Huzzah!
Yeah, now share it on your Twitter so we can see what your Twitter page is.
Share my tweets.
Yes.
Just go to salesforcezen.com. Nobody looks at my tweets. I'm so socially
I just
depressed.
followed your tweets, Dominic.
Yeah, you and two other people.
Me and two other people. I don't think I ever go on Twitter anymore. But
I know. This is
when are they going to put like this on LinkedIn or something cool?
Right? Yeah. Well, you can do it.
You used to be able to take those badges and display them on your LinkedIn pages.
Yeah, you can't do it anymore.
Back in the day, they used to have an agreement where you could do that. And I have them still on my LinkedIn. The ones back in the day.
Yeah.
And then they lost their agreement.
There's my tweeter. My tweet was sent. Let's see what other tweets I did and then see how that, I'm not going to go down that road. See, I go down the rabbit hole, man. I am in.
I know, it happens fast.
Happens so fast. All right, I have to go to dinner. Jenny.
That was a good one.
Congratulations. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I need 251 more people to subscribe. And I screwed up the link on the email I sent. If you guys got it, I apologize. I'm going to fix it after dinner. Y'all have a great night. Jenny, good to see you. I'll see you tomorrow. Do it again.
See you tomorrow.
And then, feel free to
That
follow
time.
Yellow Brick Trail. You got it. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.